So, 1, 2, 3, go. Woo.
Testing the microphone, testing the microphone.
Oh god, man, things gotta come. I'm just saying shit and shaking this chair, chicken. Okay, I'm just. MerciRick here in the building. Hola people, it's MerciRick here and I am in my home. Yeah, this is my home studio, my photography video studio for all of the creative work that we're going to be having very soon. So, and guess what? It just got blessed this afternoon and it is officially open for business. I don't know if that sounded right, but yeah, that's how I feel right now. So, going right down into business, right now I will be providing answers to all of the questions which I have been asked. I sent out a form a couple of days ago to get questions which people would like me to answer, and I'm really glad you took up the time to ask these questions, to send me your best wishes. And let me just read this. Now, there were 5 points to this form I sent out. And the 5 points, I'm going to read out what it carried. The first is to give your first name. The second, how long have we known each other? How has our relationship survived? There are some crazy options there. There is the orphan, there's the chill, there is the only when we need each other, there is the I'll pick you again, I'll choose you again. And yeah, a lot of people picked a lot of things, which I'm going to see right now. I don't really know what this contains, so I'm just going to see them right now. The fourth one, your question. What question do you have for me to answer? And the fifth one, the fifth point here is, how did we meet? Or any other comment you have. And we have a lot of stuff here. But right now, I'm just going to be answering the questions, strictly on the questions. So if I see a form that has a question for me, I'm going to answer the question. Okay, jumping right down into business, I have received 52 responses, and thank you so much. I don't take this for granted. It is something that's going to help me build myself even more, push myself on this great milestone of 28. Yeah, I'm 28. Don't mind me. I think I'm growing to be more childish. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Okay, so we have 52 responses. Let's see. The first question we'll have here. How are you? I mean, how truly are you? Whew, okay. I'll answer this question honestly. I'll answer every question as honestly as possible. So I'll just be totally honest. Let me stop saying honest so that I don't think I'm not being honest. So yeah, I'm just going to answer all the questions. Well, the truth is, I am happy. I am excited. I have been building this from scratch. You're going to see some clips of it. And it's been exciting and exhausting at the same time. You know, when you're trying to build something from scratch and you don't show off a lot of things, but you also show off a lot of things. Yeah, so I'm happy right now. I'm fine. I would say I'm fine. I have been working on myself for the past couple of months, and I can totally say I'm fine. I am doing very well. I'm fine. It's not just the regular I'm fine. I am fine. And I am grateful to God for people like you asking me this very question. You have been a very strong pillar for me for the past 1 year and before. So I'll just honestly tell you that I am fine. Really, I'm fine. From someone. And your question is, how can I be a better friend? Okay, I think how I'll answer this question is not just giving an answer that's direct to say how to be a better friend. I would say, first of all, I think we should just both try to understand what we have right now. It's not about trying to go outside this space and being a better friend. I think we just don't totally understand what we have right now. And that's what's bringing up this feeling of a huge gap. You're not a bad friend. Okay, you're a good friend, so you're asking for better. You're not a bad friend. You're a good friend. In fact, you're a better friend than I can imagine. We just need to come to understand that friendship is not just about sharing our success stories, it's about sharing every story. I want to know everything about you. I want to know when you're sad, when you're angry, when you're confused, when you're laughing, when you're smiling, when you're everything. I want to know everything. I'm not just concerned about the success stories. I want to know every single thing. And this life now one, it's either we live it or we leave it. So I'll just say that what causes the biggest dents in relationships is not about saying the wrong things. It's most times about not saying anything at all. The silence is what does most damage. And I want to hear from you every time. Every damn time I want to hear from you. I want to know everything. I want to just hear hi. I want to just get a hello. I want to just get a call. I want to get a text. I want to get anything. Just anything. And I think we should just start saying things instead of being too scared of saying things and being too scared of having a terrible landing with the things we say. Just say it. Trust me, I will understand. I understand. What drives you? What drives me, honestly, is you. You know, a lot of times I honestly get confused about some things I do. I'm not sure of the end. I just have a picture in my head and I just keep pushing till I create that picture. And that's just what I keep doing. What drives me is getting to the result of the pictures I have painted in my head. What drives me is knowing that when I do something, it affects the world in general, not just me as a person. I don't do it just for me. I do it for the entire world. I don't need to know you before I want to affect your life. I just want to keep going. I don't want to be stagnant. I don't want to be left in a particular spot where I keep looking left and right, wondering who's going to pick me up. I want to pick me up. I want to hold me up. And while I do it, I want to make sure I carry as many people as possible. So if all I have to do is sit before a camera and just laugh and it's going to make someone's day better, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sit and laugh. What drives me is the thought that every single thing I do at the end of the day has a purpose. Gaining a point of attaining that unique, supreme purpose of my being, that's actually what drives me. I just want to keep creating. That's it for me. The next question here says, why do you like involving tribe differences to your personal life? Actually, I don't think I do. I don't know if I do. And if I've ever acted in a particular way towards you and you feel it's because of your tribe, it's not. I honestly don't bring tribe into how I address or relate to people because I don't really care what your tribe is, to be honest. I'm sorry if I put it that way, if it hurts you if I put it that way, but I don't really care what any tribe is at all. All I care about is how we vibe. If we vibe, if we have that essence and we can just connect. You're not going to be speaking your language to me, right? And we're not going to go to your village or to your tribal kingsman to ask them for permission to be friends. So why, or for permission to create? So why should why should I involve your tribe in whatever we're going to do? But if you feel that way, please, no vex. I don't relate to people because of their tribe. I relate to you based on what we can create. I relate to you based on how we vibe, how we connect. This life now one. This question says, what are you most grateful for about our friendship? And here in bracket is written, cause I know what I am most grateful for. Well, this is not a challenge. I most definitely know what I'm most grateful for. It's quite simple. And it's the fact that it's easy to talk to you. It's easy to just be with you. It feels like looking into yourself and just having those very simple conversations, like talking about the things that matter the most, but in a very, very simple way, a very simple manner. And all of the extracurricular activities we embark on, like hiking. In fact, let me just say all the hiking. I think that's the one thing that brings you to Abuja. I'm sure of that. That's the only one thing. Because come on, man, look at me. Why won't you come to Abuja because of me? Just look at me. Okay, so yeah, really, really though. What I'm most grateful for about our friendship is the fact that from the very first day I met you, it's just been so easy to relate with you. You just make life seem easy. Yeah. I've just been using the word easy and easy and easy. So yeah, I'm most grateful for the fact that you understand. You make it easy to just face life, to talk about life, to just chill, to be serious, to be playful, to be everything. You make it easy. Yeah, you make it easy. I think I've been dwelling too long on this particular question, but yeah, you make it easy to just be. Mm-hmm. Okay, are you in a serious relationship? I'll answer that before I read the next part. No, I'm not in a serious relationship because I have interest in you. I have interest in you too. Come on, in my body. I have interest in you too. I'm just gonna skip the next question. The next question here says, do you ever feel truly understood by people? Well, this one is deep. It's quite deep. On some days, it's easy. On some other days, it's not quite easy. And on the days when it's easy with me, I feel like people understand to a certain level. But on most days, I don't think I feel truly understood by people. I'll be honest with you about something. I struggled a lot with, or I struggled a lot with relating to people. I was always this very quiet type who just keep to myself, and I could be in a space with 20 to 50 people, and in 10 days, I won't speak to a single person unless I have to maybe say hello, hi, and stuff. But right now, I have evolved to this stage where I know that it doesn't take just one person to make communication work. It takes more than one party. It takes two persons. So if you don't make the effort and I don't make the effort, it's just. So I have gotten to a point where it's not just about how I feel. It's not just about how I feel. It's also about how I carry myself to make people feel about me. So if I look back 1 year, 2 years ago, and now, I think I feel a lot more understood by a couple of people because I have brought myself to that level where I just make me be on a state, or rather in a state of mind where we can just vibe, not knowing what was or what will be. So when I bring myself to that level, I feel kind of understood because I use the toddler's approach. Have you heard about the toddler's approach? It's a theory I have. I have spoken about it on 2 occasions. One day I'll talk about it again with you, asking me this question, and you get to understand why right now I feel kind of understood by people, but I don't really feel really truly understood by people. It's just in bits and pieces. And I'm actually grateful for the bits and pieces. I don't mind if you only understand this part of me and you understand that part of me and you understand this other part of me. So long we vibe well, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool. What thoughts do you have for me? I think you are an amazing person. I have seen your works, I have listened to your works, and there is one thing I love about what you do is how you share the things you do with the world. And You know yourself. Even though I don't call names, once you just hear this reply, you hear this response, you're gonna know it's for you. You have been a very amazing person. Yeah, we met in school, we're schoolmates, secondary schoolmates. Until date, we still have that, contact. We still have that contact, and we vibe just fine. And I'm going to say, any day you need me, just buzz me, and I'm gonna come right. I'm gonna offer all the services I can. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Okay, the next question here says, are you happy with your achievements so far? Or you expected more from yourself at this age? First question, are you happy with your achievements so far? Yes, I am happy with my achievements so far. I am happy. And if I expected more from myself at this age, I'm also going to say yes. I'm also going to say yes. I expected more from myself at this age, but the truth is, I have always lived my life with this level of almost zero expectations when it comes to other people. But when it comes to me, I would beat myself up about wanting to hit certain milestones I've set. And when I don't hit it, I begin to feel this whole feeling of the imposter syndrome, where I start asking myself questions like, if I am really worth what I am. I start asking questions like, if I am truly who I am. And yes, I did expect, or rather, I do expect more from myself at this age, but the truth is, I don't bank on expectations anymore, even from my own self. I just set a goal, I put milestones, I try to hit them, and if I don't, I put a mini semi milestone to that milestone so that it makes it easier for me to climb. And I just keep going like that until I hit points I want to hit. So yes, I am proud of my achievements so far. Super proud of my achievements, and expecting more from myself. I think it's something I should keep doing. I should keep expecting more from myself so that I give myself this personal workbook where I challenge me to do more. So yeah, that's the answer to your question. How are we going to meet again? Because I've missed you. Oh, I've missed you too. Trust me, I've missed you too. And well, let's just work something out. We can work something out and see how we see again. The next question. Okay, this is not really a question, is it? It says, I would love to meet you one on one and spend time with each other, asking you a lot of life growing questions. Wow. You know what? Let's just meet. Why are we waiting? What are we waiting for? Let's just meet and have these questions answered. You ask me, I ask you, because I want to learn something from you too. The next question here says, do you still remember me? And what do you remember about me? Oh, yes, I still remember you. You used to walk me home from school some days, on some days. And we used to walk with that gang. You remember Prince? Yep. We used to walk out of school. I remember there was a day let me not say this too loudly. There was a day we absconded. We left school quite early because we had to go. I'm going to just zip my lips on down. Yeah, we left school quite early that day. We were going to go somewhere. It was me, you, and three other people. Let me not rat them out. So, yeah, I remember you clearly. Very, very well. I remember you. And there's something else I remember about you, which I'll tell you personally. Next question says, what keeps you going when it seems like things are not pushing through? Two things, I would say. Two things. The first thing that keeps me going is that I pray. I talk to God. You see that guy, that man upstairs? He's someone you should talk to every damn time. Have conversations with him, easy conversations with him. He's always ready to listen. You know how you just have a door wide open? In fact, a door without hinges. That's how God's accepting grace is. You just have to talk to him and he listens. That's the very first thing I do when it seems like things are not pushing through. And the second thing I do is I have learned to just pull back. If I have pushed and pushed and pushed and things are not just going through, I have learned to just step out of the equation and use the toddler's approach. Yeah, so I have learned that first I talk to God. The second, I I literally, let me just say, I literally walk away from the situation and observe it like a third party. And that's how I've been able to push through. Trust me, it helps. It helps to just rest, clear that mental space. Let your mind breathe on mind and space. Next question here says, will you marry me? Why don't you ask me that question? Face to face. Ask me and I'll give you an answer to that. Next question here says, do you have a boyfriend? If yes, are you in love with him? If no, why? Well, I'll just give you one answer. No, I do not have a boyfriend, so don't need to answer the rest of the questions. Send me a DM. I know you're going to do that once you see this. The next question here says, who is your spouse? Nobody. How do you do all that you do? It's grace. It's just grace. I was speaking with someone just recently, and I told him that a lot of people like to separate spirituality from science, spirituality from religion, spirituality from your everyday life. But I'll tell you one thing that is spiritual. Electricity is spiritual. Science is spiritual. The same way you don't see electricity, you don't see currents connecting between two copper wires or in an electronic system. You don't see the currents flowing through. The same way you don't see the Holy Spirit working in one person or from one person, in one society, one organization, in one space. The same way you don't see the Holy Spirit. The same way you don't see currents. The same way you don't see how light travels. You just see light pointed from somewhere to somewhere. I know I'm just saying gibberish now, but yeah. My point is, how I do all I do is by grace. I just allow myself feel what I do. When I write, I have to feel what I write. When I take pictures, I have to feel it. I literally have to be the essence of whatever I create. So how I do all I do is just I let me be used. Let yourself be used. Use yourself and misuse yourself. In fact, overuse yourself. Just use yourself. That's just how I do what I do. I just let grace take over. Grace is not about going to church. Grace is about letting things be. How do you manage all your projects and your online community? Oof. How I manage my project online community. There is this thing called sales funnel. I don't use a sales funnel just yet. I'll be honest with you. My brain cannot just fathom how to manage it just yet. But there is this whole the working system of the sales funnel. It's about bringing what is here, what you do here, what you do here, what you do there, what you do there, and then you just kind of bring everything through a sales funnel, and it comes out as one sales, what's it called again? One product, yeah, to a client. Now, what I do is how I'm able to manage this is this. I am failing at some ends, but simply because I get results and people get to see the results, they feel, oh, it's working. But I would say I am failing at some ends, but how I manage all of them is I try not to overwhelm myself. I have learned not to overwhelm myself. So if I am going to create this, and I know I also at the end of the day want my online community to see it, I want Mind and Space, my mental health group to see it, and I want people who are here with me to see it, and I want people on Facebook to see it, I want people on Instagram to see it. All I just do is find one link that connects everything together. So when I create here, I just try to make sure everything I create in this space has to be something in digital form. It has to manipulate, it has to manifest in digital form. So after we'll have it here in still life, in real life, it also gets to be in digital form. And once I send it to one place, one link takes it all over. So I don't have to do here, go here, post here, go there. I just try to manage and be like a funnel to myself. But it's not easy. I'll be honest with you. I have tried to get teams to work with on different projects, and that's something very important. Whenever you set up one project, have a team that work with you. No man is an island. If you don't get people to work with you, you're just going to keep struggling. You're going to keep struggling, and at some point you might just give up. And giving up is not an option. Not now, not today. Next question here says, why are we not as close as we were back when we were still in school? I miss my best friend very much, and I feel like with each passing year, we are drifting far from each other, and I don't like that. Now, here's the real question. Are you angry with me? No. Or have I offended you in any way? No, you haven't offended me in any way, and I am not angry with you. And I truly hope you're not angry with me either. I think what happened is we all decided to face life, and in facing life, we forgot how to face each other. So I think what we should do right now is start facing each other. Yeah. Let's just keep the window open. And you know the most beautiful thing is even right now with this question you have shared here. You know, whenever you call or whenever I call, whenever we talk to each other, we're always chill, we're always good. It's not like there's some kind of anonymity between us. No, we're still very chill, we're still very good when we speak. But yes, truly, there is that rift. Like there is this space between us. Let's close it up. It's a work for both of us. Let's just close up that space. Let's talk more. Let's just understand that even when we don't talk, we're still cool. Whenever we link up, we're gonna be lit. So no, there's nothing weird between us. We're good. The next question says, "How have I played my part in your life?" Wow. I feel tempted to say who this person is, but as promised, I'm not going to say who anyone is. How have I played my part in your life? You have been there in my life since I was born. Does that give a hint to who this person is? Well, don't worry. There are other people here since I was born, so you're not gonna know who this is. You have played a very essential role in my life. I will say this wholeheartedly that without you, I don't think I'll be here. I won't be here. So um I don't want to cut any onions here. Let's just say one thing else. Keep discussing. You have played your part in my life really well, and there is nothing I regret. Yeah, as humans, we have our good times, bad times. We have, you know, but you are the reason I'm here. You are the reason, one of the two reasons I'm here. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip to the next question. No more onions, no onions here.